À l'ordre, j'ai le devoir d'informer la Chambre qu'un ou une présidente de la Chambre a été dûment élu. Before announcing the name of the successful candidate, I wish to explain how the next few minutes will unfold. Une fois le résultat déjà annoncé, je demanderai à la présidente ou au président élu de se rendre devant la barre à l'arrière de la Chambre. Par la suite, le très honorable Premier ministre et l'honorable chef de l'opposition pourront escorter le nouveau ou la nouvelle présidente de cet endroit jusqu'ici et qu'elle prenne place. Vous éviterez de lui donner la main ou la main au gagnant ou à la gagnante pour retarder la procédure. Et pourquoi cette procédure? Vous vous rappelez que dans les premiers temps, lorsque le roi n'était pas content d'une décision, il faisait trancher la tête du président. Donc, normalement, personne ne voulait l'emploi. Et c'est pour ça qu'il va faire semblant de refuser. Vous allez voir. Et on va le traîner par le bras jusqu'ici. Il est maintenant de mon devoir, et non, it is my duty in inform the House that the honorable member for, il est maintenant de mon devoir d'informer la Chambre que l'honorable député de Lac-Saint-Louis a été
Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you.
Ça, c'est les premiers mots que vous dites, puis après ça, vous allez faire un discours de remerciement.
Alors, honorable members of the committee, honorables députés, je tiens à exprimer à la Chambre mes humbles remerciements pour le grand honneur qu'elle a bien voulu me faire en me choisissant comme président. Je vous remercie très sincèrement pour votre confiance. Je tiens d'abord à remercier, au nom de nous tous, le doyen de la Chambre, le député de Bécancourt, Nicolet, Sorel, Alnobac, pour son savoir-faire, son humour et sa perspective de parlementaire chevronné. Je désire également féliciter les collègues qui se sont portés candidates et candidats pour le vote d'aujourd'hui et les féliciter pour leur discours inspirant et édifiant qui nous rendent tous fiers de pouvoir se dire membres de cette Chambre. I would also like to reserve a special mention and thank you for the member of Hull-Aylmer who took the reins of the speakership at a difficult moment. At the end of a mandate, when things tend to get a little feistier, I would remind members that we are at the beginning of a mandate in the selfish hope that you will afford me a little grace period. Once again, thank you for your confidence. I have few words because, well, we all have things we want to accomplish, and we've been away. Thank you, colleagues. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker. Merci beaucoup. C'est pas correct, hein? OK. Merci beaucoup. Merci tout le monde. Mr. Speaker, as I rise in this House for the first time, I hope you will permit me to thank my constituents in Nepean for the great honour of being a member of this committee. And I'd like to thank Canadians, Mr. Speaker, for the trust that they've put in this government, but in all members of this great House. Hear, hear. Votre élection témoigne du respect que vous étiez accordé par vos collègues. Depuis plus de 20 ans, vous servez les citoyens de Lac-Saint-Louis avec dévouement, avec la sagesse, avec le calme, avec la dignité. Merci, Monsieur le Président. Now, Mr. Speaker, I have much to learn from the members of this great House. I will make mistakes. I have no doubt that you will call them out for good reason. Because this House has rules. It has traditions. And it's on those traditions that our Athenian democracy is founded. Hear, hear. Yes, we are Athens. They are Rome. On va triompher. C'est le début, c'est l'âge d'or d'Athènes. Oui, c'est correct. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You have my support.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Premièrement, Monsieur le Président, une grande félicitation à vous-même. Vous avez obtenu l'appui de la Chambre pour gérer la Chambre pendant les prochains mois, années. On va voir. I too would like to indulge myself to take this opportunity to thank the voters of Regina Capel and indeed our spouses. I'd like to thank my wife Jill for the sacrifice that she and my family make, as do all our spouses and significant others. You have just taken charge of an office that is almost as old as Parliament itself. It emerged in the Middle Ages when the Commons needed a spokesman to air its grievances to the King. A task that probably wouldn't stand up to the safe workplace guidelines that exist today. And as we heard from our Dean, until the 17th century, the Speaker's loyalty was to the Crown rather than to MPs, and they were often blamed if they delivered bad news to the monarch. 7 speakers were beheaded between 1394 and 1535, and many more were imprisoned. Managing monarchs was a delicate undertaking. One speaker, John Wenlock, during the War of the Roses, when no one could be sure who would end up as king, he tried to hedge his bets by fighting for both the York family and the Lancastrians. It didn't work out too well for him, though. He died at the Battle of Tewkesbury. But of course, he wasn't the last politician to try to be on both sides of a contentious issue. And I dare say we may find some Liberal MPs voting for things that they were very recently voting against. But gradually, the Speaker's role became one of representing Parliament rather than the monarch. And it wasn't until the Victorian era that impartiality of the Speaker became the norm. Now, it might no longer be a requirement to stand up to kings and queens, but you may find yourself having to stand up to other offices of authority. And if such a moment presents itself, we trust you will stand with those speakers who came before you, who defended this institution on behalf of the people. As I look back over the last few parliaments, we did have some trying times. We witnessed injuries from flying elbows, F-bombs dropped, and a few appearances of one member in a state of undress. I did hear that CPAC was considering putting a warning on the daily broadcasts, may contain violence, coarse language, and nudity, but so far they haven't had to do that. The speakership itself has been tested, with, unfortunately, some speakers caught in the middle of scandals themselves. I have heard it said that it's all gone downhill since the last time a Conservative was elected Speaker, but I couldn't possibly comment on that. In all seriousness, though, Mr. Speaker, you are not the Commissioner of Parliament, you are the servant of the House, and that is an important dynamic. You are held accountable by the members, and each of us are accountable to our voters. Debates should be passionate. They should be lively. The lives of Canadians are changed by the decisions we make, and so it is normal that members get enthusiastic and fiery. When the stakes are so high, often the best thing you can do is allow the players to play a little bit. This is where the government is held to account. They have an enormous amount of power, and we, parliamentarians, must provide ruthless scrutiny on every dollar taken out of their pockets, every infringement on their liberties, and every single decision this government makes. Of course, every parliament has its own unique challenges and messy moments, but as Winston Churchill said, democracy is the worst form of government, except for all the others that have been tried. Monsieur le Président, nous vous offrons notre appui pour votre présidence. Mr. Speaker, we offer you our support and our best wishes for your speakership over this parliament. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
L'honorable député de Belleuil-Chambly.
Monsieur le Président et estimés collègues, je ne peux m'empêcher de constater que je vous parle d'un peu plus loin dans cette chambre, ce qui nous obligera à rester tout aussi courtois, mais à avoir une voix encore plus forte et qui démontrera que quand vient le temps que ça compte, il n'y a pas que le nombre. Je veux profiter du moment, outre adresser mes félicitations et celles du Bloc québécois au nouveau président, pour remercier les électeurs qui ont participé à l'exercice démocratique, que ce soit dans ma circonscription de Belleuil-Chambly ou à travers l'ensemble du Québec ou l'ensemble du Canada. Je veux me permettre de relever que le premier ministre a référé aux institutions athéniennes et que le chef de l'opposition officielle a beaucoup parlé du monarque. Je me serais attendu au contraire. On en reparlera peut-être demain. Je veux adresser mes vœux à l'ensemble de la Chambre dans la perspective de travaux que nous espérons sérieux sous la gouverne de notre nouveau président. Un Parlement auquel je souhaite d'avoir une approche davantage conviviale. Ce sera bon pour nous, ce sera bon pour tous les députés dans cette Chambre, et une approche éminemment responsable. J'ai envie de demander aux collègues, les nouveaux comme ceux qui ne le sont pas, à être les meilleurs possibles pour nous obliger nous-mêmes, au Bloc québécois, à être encore meilleurs et les meilleurs possibles. Bien sûr, on reviendra dans les prochains jours sur les priorités. Vous connaissez les nôtres. Je veux qu'on ait ensemble une réflexion particulière sur l'importance et le privilège de la démocratie, parce qu'il faut reconstruire, je crois, un enthousiasme chez les électeurs qui aillent voter dans l'avenir pour quelque chose qu'ils souhaitent profondément, pour l'enthousiasme, pour l'espoir et le moins possible pour les inquiétudes, les appréhensions ou la peur. J'ai l'impression qu'on a ce potentiel parce que dans les dernières minutes et un peu dans les dernières semaines, j'ai eu l'occasion de parler à plusieurs d'entre vous et j'ai senti déjà, notamment dans de brèves conversations avec le premier ministre, avec des collègues conservateurs aussi, j'ai senti qu'on a cette capacité d'un ton différent, d'une collaboration différente qui me semble le seul chemin vers un respect regagné de l'ensemble des électeurs qui ont voté pour choisir les membres de ce Parlement. Et je nous souhaite surtout la bonne humeur et le plaisir de faire ce travail qui procède d'un privilège extraordinaire dont vous serez le garant, Monsieur le Président, avec toutes mes félicitations. Merci. Bravo.
The honourable member for Vancouver Kingsway.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Monsieur le Président, on behalf of the New Democratic Party of Canada, I wish to offer our most sincere congratulations on your election as Speaker of the House of Commons. Je tiens à vous adresser nos plus sincères félicitations pour votre élection à la présidence de la Chambre des communes. I also wish to thank all those who ran for this position and congratulate all returning and newly elected members of Parliament. We have a privileged position in this House. And the role of the Speaker is foundational to the functioning of our parliamentary democracy. As the impartial guardian of this House, the Speaker ensures that debate is conducted with decorum, that all voices are heard, and that the rules of Parliament are upheld with fairness and integrity. In a time when public trust in democratic institutions is being tested around the world, the Speaker's duty is to foster respectful dialogue and uphold the dignity of this House, and that has never been more important. I think we all know that Canadians are facing some of the most difficult times in recent memory. An entrenched housing crisis, rising economic uncertainty, and widespread difficulty accessing timely health care are putting immense pressures on families and communities across this country. And in addition to these challenges, we now face unprecedented threats to our independence and a trade war from the administration south of the border. Now, despite these daunting circumstances, Canadians have responded with resilience, compassion, and unity. They have demonstrated what it means to come together in times of adversity. I think there's a lesson there for all of us. In keeping with the Athenian imagery, I would say this House should have more Plato and less mediocrities. So may this House draw inspiration from Canadians' examples. While we may hold very different views on how best to address these pressing issues, we must not lose sight of our shared responsibility to work together in common purpose to defend the best interests of our country and the welfare of our citizens. Canadian voters have once again elected a minority parliament, a clear mandate for cooperation rather than constant conflict. They have asked us to listen to one another, to find common ground, and to deliver real solutions. No party holds a monopoly on good ideas, and no government is entitled to a blank check. So let us honour the trust Canadians have placed in us by rising to this moment and working together to build a more just, secure, and hopeful future for us all. Monsieur le Président, I am confident that you will preside over this House with wisdom, impartiality, and a steady hand. Canada's New Democrats extend our support and best wishes as you embark on this important chapter of public service. Les néo-démocrates du Canada vous adressent le soutien et le meilleur vœu alors que vous entamez ce chapitre important de votre engagement au service public. Merci beaucoup.
The Honourable Member for Saanich Gulf Islands.
Merci, Monsieur le Président, et félicitations pour tout le monde, et particulièrement pour les députés nouveaux et nouvelles ici. It's an honor to rise to congratulate our new Speaker and to congratulate all the members elected in this place, whether for the first or for our Dean of the House, the 13th time. Congratulations again to every member here. I reflect on what it was like when I witnessed the first Speaker election when I was first elected, and we elected the Honourable Member for Regina Capel. And I'll never forget, the leader of the official opposition stood on that occasion. I commend this to you, official opposition. The official leader of the official opposition, the late Jack Layton, said, "We pledge never to heckle." And that was a wonderful moment. I stood on behalf of the entire Green Caucus, as I do today, and pledge again never to heckle and to do everything possible, Mr. Speaker, to make your work in protecting our rights and ensuring the effective and efficient and honourable conduct of this place, such that there will be no need for warnings on CPAC or any other network. Again, to everyone here, let's try our very best. I pause briefly to congratulate the Prime Minister on his maiden speech and again congratulate him for brevity. We look forward to more speeches from our Prime Minister, from the leaders of the official oppositions, and from parties, whether recognized or unrecognized. We are all here for the same reason. We work for Canada, we work for our constituents, and with your wise counsel, Mr. Speaker, we will work hard to make this a parliament that Canadians can be justifiably proud of Canadian democracy.